Hello there, Taurus. This video is for my Taurus suns and moon rising because you don't always resonate most with your sun sign. The reading is for the week of March 7th through the 13th. We're going to look at your energy, your person who needs to come through, their energy, as well as your strengths and weaknesses. And then I will end with a Moonology card as well as a song card. I do have personal readings open in my description box for tarot and astrology. You can find all the information on my website. Let's go ahead and get into your reading for Taurus. Okay, so for your energy, we have the Four of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Four of Swords. So what we have here is a possibility of reconciliation in your past. I do see a lot of fresh energy here, truth coming out, gifts given to you or received by you, or gifts that you gave to somebody else. I feel like clarity is coming through here about a love connection, about somebody that you are deeply in love with. However, in the future position, I have the Four of Swords. So they're saying there's a time that you're going to have to wait here. There's a time of rest. It's not something that is just going to happen right away. You're kind of like in chill out mode where I don't even feel like you're super interested in love right now. So let's go ahead and look at what energy your person is bringing before we clarify these cards. And I do want to say that the person is not always who you think it is. I believe you will know who it is about when the cards come up and when I interpret them, but don't get it fixed in your head of who it's about. It's going to be the energy that needs to come through. Okay, we have the Five of Swords, the Page of Wands, Death card, Scorpio energy, 10 of Wands, and the Six of Cups. I also do see Gemini energy on the table as well, but if your person does not have those as their sun sign, don't worry about it at all. Sometimes that resonates with people and sometimes not. So I have the Five of Swords next to the Page of Wands. It feels like there's a lose-lose situation going on here. There was an argument, there were cross words spoken, there was a struggle, and your person kind of said, I think that maybe we could have something here, but then they sort of reneged on it. You know, we've got the Death card here. So it's an ending to that connection, or a temporary ending possibly. I have the 10 of Wands telling me that your person is very overwhelmed right now. They have a lot of struggle in their life. They may have a lot of burdens that they are focused on, and relationships are not something that they can really put their attention on. But the Six of Cups is saying the memories are still there. They're still thinking a lot about you. They're thinking about the connection that the two of you have, and they do remember it fondly. It's not a negative thing at all. It's just not something that they're acting on, which totally explains why we have the Four of Swords as your card for your future. It's saying nothing much is happening here, and that's because your person is not taking any action. They are just reflecting. So let's go ahead and get some more information for both. Let's look at you first. Okay, so I have Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles telling me that you were kind of relearning about somebody. You were relearning about the connection. You were looking at information from all sides. However, when the truth came out, when you got clarity, that clarity made you realize how very stuck you really were. I think that you were very optimistic, and then you said, but now that I know the truth, what do I even do with this? I don't feel like it was a truth that you really wanted to hear. I have the Eight of Cups clarifying the Page of Coins. I think that currently where you're at is saying, I still care about them. I still have that connection. I still love them, but I have to walk away from it because it's for my own good. This isn't healthy for me. I'm going to release what's not serving me. With the Lovers card, I have the Seven of Cups. So one of you may have felt like you were an option to the other person. You may have not felt prioritized. I think now you are looking at other options. I don't really see you being to a point where you're picking anything. I think you are looking at the options. The other thing is, I do see that you fantasize a lot about this person and what could be or what could have been. It doesn't necessarily feel like a happy thing to me. It feels like a sad kind of reminiscing energy. With the Ace of Wands clarifying the Four of Swords, I see that you're going in a new direction. I see that you have decided in this, or are going to be, I should say, because we're talking about the future. You're going to decide finally when enough is enough and you can't close yourself off anymore. And you're not going to sit around and wait for this person forever. You're going to go out there and see what there is. You're going to kind of reignite your own passion. And for your person, let's go ahead and clarify their cards. This person, honestly, their headspace is kind of a mess, to be really transparent with you. It's very back and forth. One second it feels like everything is over. The next second they're like, okay, maybe I'll give something a shot. Then it's like, no, this is too hard. And then it's like, oh, but I missed them. It's just very all over the place. It feels a lot like, you know, what could have been, but they just don't do anything about it. Clarifying. Okay, I have the Ten of Cups, the Magician, Strength card, Leo energy here, the Tower, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. You two were really, really close to this happily ever after in the past. They saw it too, but they feel very defeated in it. They felt like no matter what they did, they couldn't win. And I think that's why we got that energy of the separating, the parting ways. When they got this idea in their head that maybe you guys were going to try again, the Magician, I think they overestimated themselves. They overestimated what could actually be done. And they kind of oversold it. You know, I'm getting that like used car salesman who tells you that this car is fabulous and it's never had any problems. And then you find out that it has a rebuilt transmission. It just feels to me like they oversell things. They say what you want to hear when you want to hear it. The Death card having the Strength card as the clarifier. I do think that their heart was in it. I do think that they were invested in the relationship. I don't think that it was just all lies. I think they care about you and they still care about you, but it's a frustrated energy. Having the Tower card here, obviously the struggle was just too much. The obstacles that you guys had in front of you, particularly the obstacles they saw in front of them, were too much. And it was this everything kind of crumbling, falling apart sort of vibe here. You two had a tower moment. You had a wrecking ball moment where it just came in and demolished everything that you had built up, that fantasy that you had built up in your head. In the future position with the Six of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, I do think that there is going to be some kind of exchange so that you two can part ways on good terms. I'm not seeing right now any reconciliation in the future. That doesn't mean that that's a forever and always. There is no such thing as forever and always in tarot because the energy is always in flux. It is always changing. It's always fluid. But your person is also very focused on work. I also feel like they are focused on someone from the past. Now, this could be you, but it seems like they may be seeing old friends. They may be enjoying themselves in just like the simple pleasures kind of vibe, not really thinking too much about this. So it seems like their time is very torn between work and hanging out with their friends. And they do some reminiscing about you. Like I said, they do think about you, but I don't see some big reconciliation right here. I see that the two of you have sort of decided that this has too many extenuating circumstances for it to be viable at the moment. So let's go ahead and look at your strengths and your challenges this week, what good things you're going to be dealing with and what challenging things you're going to deal with. Okay, Taurus, so your strengths and your challenges for the week. For challenges, this is an interesting one because I actually see it as both your strength and your challenge. It's coming up to me in a really intuitively different way than I would normally interpret this. I have the King of Wands, the Tower, and the Ten of Swords, showing that with somebody that you had a very magnetic attraction to, this ending, this very difficult ending that was shocking to you. It was that kind of thing that you're just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I thought that this was going this way and it's not. And now, not only did it not go that way, but I don't see how we can ever come back from it. It seems like this completely devastated moment. However, while you are dealing with that, you are simultaneously realizing that now that this is laid out in front of you and you see it for what it is, you're able to readjust your expectations and you're able to go forward into your future without thinking that something is what it isn't. Because I feel frustration from you that you were maybe deceived or that you were led to believe one thing was true, and when it didn't happen, it's almost like, just tell me the fucking truth, you know, like, don't make me think this is going to be something that it's not. So while it is a difficult set of cards, I also think that it's a positive thing, because once we've dealt with the worst, once we've hit the bottom, there's only one way to go. Once we know where things stand, it makes it a lot easier for us to know which direction to head. It's that moment of not knowing, or knowing the wrong thing, or expecting something different. It's those expectations that really screw us up, especially when they're not going to pan out that way. I see here the Three of Coins, the King of Swords, and the Page of Coins. I think strengths-wise, there is something very good happening as far as work. I think there's a new opportunity. I think there could be some training that you get, some new education, basically something you're using your head for, and you're being seen by other people as being skilled. So I could even see promotions here. I could see new job offers. I could see you deciding to go back to school, or you being offered a special training program. So you're coming into a period that is actually really good for all of your expanding your career-wise and expanding your standing. However, I do see it as a slight struggle for you, because that's just not where your head is at in this place. Your head's not in that place right now. But I do think that it's going to help you move out of the energy of this nastiness right here, because you can reorient your focus. Let's go ahead and pull your oracle card, and then I'll pull a song card for you. The song cards are, you know, where I believe that a lyric or song, a message in a song is going to have an answer for you, and they're very personal songs to me. So I'm sharing that with you in these readings, and I found it to be very valuable. So I hope you find it valuable, but let's go ahead and look at your Moonology card. Okay, your commitment is being tested. I feel like your commitment, this is having to do with yourself, honestly. And if you're going to really continue in the way that you want to go, because you've had a lot of challenges, you're dealing with a lot of challenges, you're dealing with a lot of life issues right now, it is testing your commitment to continue. It's not going to ruin your commitment. You don't have any like horrible things happening that are just screwing everything up. It's telling me that it's a testing period, so you have to rise up to that challenge. Let's go ahead and look at your song card. Oh, I love this actually. A lot of you may not know this band, but this is a really personal one to me because I grew up on them. But the song, even if you don't listen to the song, at least look up the words. Because there's a line in it that really, really resonates with your reading. And the song is Walk Away by the Indigo Girls. I'm going to tell you what the lyric is that I'm thinking of. I don't normally do that, but I am going to tell you what's coming up to my head right now. And it says, you know, when there's nothing to lose, there's nothing to gain. So you walk away. That's kind of the message that I'm getting from this reading as well. If there's nothing to lose, if you're already there, then is there really anything for you to gain here? How much more energy are you going to put in this? If this reading has resonated with you, I would appreciate you subscribing or giving me a thumbs up to help my channel grow. I will see you again next week.